we're in 3.6 and we're going to do number 23 together. And I'm going to call your attention to this very significant table, sketching graphs of rational functions. Or I guess you could think of it as helpful steps. So since we are asked to find the x and the y intercepts of the functions in this first set of problems I've issued, let's do it. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the x-intercepts. So looking at our steps, if I'm trying to find intercepts, I'm going to focus here on number 2. Ooh, I'm going to make that just a little bit thinner. All right, number 2 says find the x-intercepts by determining the zeros in the numerator. Well, that's easy enough. And again, we're just going to take this one step at a time. So the numerator is x squared minus a singular x minus a 2. This factors x minus 2, x plus 1. Great. All right, so using zero product property, we'll solve for x. X is going to be 2 or negative 1. So those are our x-intercepts. And then to find the y-intercepts, okay, we found the x-intercepts. Let's find the y-intercept. So the y-intercept, we're going to set the function at x equals 0. So looking at x squared minus x minus 2, every time we see an x, we're going to replace that with a 0. And that'll give us 0 squared. And at some point, this will probably feel like overkill to you to plug a 0 in every single time to find the y-axis, because you'll say, well, look, isn't the y-axis then, or the y-intercept, just negative 2 divided by negative 6? And I would say to you, yeah, that's it. But the reason that's it is because we're going to set x to 0. So 0 squared is 0, minus 0 is 0, leaving us a negative 2. Divided by 0 minus 6 is a negative 6. Negative divided by negative is positive. 2 divided by 6 is 2 divided by 6, but we can reduce that to 1/3. So in other words, our y-intercept is going to be 0, 1/3. And our x-intercepts, if we put them together as an ordered pair, are going to be 2, 0, and negative 1, 0. And I'm going to take you to Desmos just to justify this solution set. All right, so hold this in your head before we go to Desmos. Should have a function, really cool looking graph that has x-intercepts at 2, 0, negative 1, 0, and then a y-intercept of 0 and 1/3. So let's see. And of course, I've taken the liberty of plugging it in. Here's our function. And I don't think we need to put together a table. We can see everything clearly here. So negative 1, 0 is one of our roots. Our x-intercepts, 2, 0 is another. And yes, indeed, the y-intercept is 0, 1/3. So success.